Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting Sparks Toyota, and I'm checking out a 2020 Toyota Land Cruiser in the Heritage Edition. This Land Cruiser is sitting on 285/60 Dunlop tires wrapped around 18-inch BBS forged alloy wheels with a matte gold finish. It also has high performance braking system with ventilated disc rotors on all four wheels. The name of this color is Blizzard Pearl. And the sun is shining. It's low in the horizon, but we can see the little pearl coat in the color. Really impressive color when you see it up close. Hopefully the camera is doing it justice, but it looks fantastic. And speaking of looking fantastic, check out the front of this vehicle and look at the hood. It has this like valley in the very center. Now Toyota has had this in the Land Cruiser for a couple years, but it's really nice. So it has parking sensors across the front. It also has a 360 camera system. So there's one of the cameras right here. Right above it is the emblem, which also serves as your radar adaptive cruise control sensor. You have more sensors there behind the rearview mirror as well. The headlights are all powered by LEDs in projector tubes. It has black bezels around the outside, all LED accents here. It does have a standard turn signal though, but it does have LED fog lights as well. Now between the fog lights and the headlights is this little square. This is your headlight washer. There's tow hooks kind of hidden there at the very bottom, but they're there, not sticking out too much. Looking at the profile, you can see the contour, the shape of the vehicle is kind of somewhat changed a little bit because of this rack here at the very top. But in general, the special edition is basically like the other Land Cruisers. So it has body colored handles and everything is white here except for the side mirror. And you notice the wheels kind of stand out. They're a different color than anything else. There's no other, I hadn't found another spot in which they tie in with that flat gold color. So it kind of stands out on their own with the wheels. The side mirrors are a gloss black. They also have a turn signal indicator in them as well. And the pillars are blacked out to facilitate the, just kind of to make this all one solid unit, the glass. So even though it's separated in separate glass pieces. Now the dealership has tinted the front glass to kind of blend in with the rear privacy glass, but generally from the factory, this front glass is not tinted. This is what the key looks like. It's basically just a key fob proximity system that you just keep in your pocket and you can use the vehicle 100%. And check it out, it has the tire tracks here, Land Cruiser, and it has a physical key on the inside. You can pull it out by moving that lever. But it does have useful buttons, lock, unlock, the ability to open up the power lift gate, which you can disable if you want. And there's the panic button. So let's go ahead and push that. All right, so it beeps the horn, flashes the lights, and has a pretty decent horn. Now it's fairly light. For its size, this key fob feels pretty light to me. Seems like some key fobs are just getting bigger and heavier, and this one's kind of big, but it is not that heavy, so that's good. So as long as you have this with you, as long as you have it in your pocket, in a bag, as long as it's within a close proximity of the outside of the door that you're opening up here, you can lock the door by placing your finger over this little sensor indicated by these little lines. Just go like that, it'll lock the door. Also fold in the side mirrors in this particular case when the setting's set. To unlock it, you simply put your hand behind the handle. It'll unlock the vehicle and allow you access to the vehicle. You also have a physical key location here on the driver's side only. Looking on the inside, starting here with the passenger side door. So mostly black. It does have this wood grain underscored by this chrome piece. Then you have the metallic finish there, all plastic, chrome handle. do have some stitching. So the soft touch surfaces are, this is soft, it's not super soft, but it is soft. This is a little bit softer, this is the softest. So the rest of the door is a hard touch surface. There's a pocket there at the bottom. You can put place for a bottle as well. This passes through. Power seat here on the passenger side. Does have the ability to raise, lower, tilt, and all that stuff. Leather trim seats with the stitching here. And they are heated and ventilated, so you can see the little perforations there in the center portion. And it's pretty neat because it has an automatic setting on the heated and cooled seats, so you can basically just set it to automatic and it'll turn it on when it's appropriate. I think that's pretty neat. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. There's the floor mat, and it snaps in place, and look at all the legroom. Nice wide open space. A little bit of tapering here on the right side. Has a lockable glove compartment. Has a little shelf system in there, and the very back is where you'll find your cabin filter. More of that wood grain and more of that chrome metallic finish. So the dash is soft to the touch. You also have a handle here on all four doors actually, driver, passenger, and in the rear to help you get in the vehicle. So the rear doors look like they're actually bigger, at least at the top, than the front doors. Kind of stick out a little bit more. But they don't angle out quite as much. It doesn't seem like, or maybe they're about the same, I guess. There seems like if they swung out a little bit more, that might be better. But anyways, the interior styling is very similar to the front. You have the wood grain, but it's not underscored. Soft, soft, and soft. You have a tweeter speaker in there, in the pocket at the bottom. So these have the latch system, which is right under here, behind this strap, so you don't have any covers to get at to move out of the way or lose or take off or anything like that. That's for car seats. And these seats do recline. They also fold down to add to your cargo space. You can recline them, or you can have them more vertical. There's a center armrest which has cup holders that pop out there. Little storage compartment, like so. You can move this up. Now this is connected to, this is a 60-40 split, so that's the 60 side. This is the 40 on this side. Of course, you can recline that one as well. Basically a bench seat other than that. Net pockets on the back of both front seats, and it has a soft touch material here on the back of both front seats. A durable one, but it is a soft touch. Completely, or just about completely, flat floor back here. So even the center passenger will have about the same leg room. And you have rear climate control, as well as heated seats back here for the driver and passenger, 2-stage. And a 12-volt power supply down there. You have some lights. Climate control vents here in the ceiling as well, and then you have the handles here, a little hook, but you also have the handles there to help you get in the vehicle or out. Taking a look at the back of the vehicle, it has, of course, the rack there. That's kind of bolted down to the these roof racks, and then there's these cross braces, and it's bolted down there. And then you have a little antenna, little shark fin antenna at the very top, body colored. And then you have a third brake light right underneath the spoiler here in the glass. You can see that. It does have a rear wiper. The backup camera is way over here. So the system has to compensate for that for this 360 view, which it does a fairly decent job, but we'll check that out when we get on the inside. Tail lights are powered by a combination of LED and standard bulbs. There's a towing package behind this cover. You can take that off. And you have parking sensors back here. And your exhaust is black, kind of hidden a little bit, and your spare tire, of course, back here as well. Plug-in is under here for your towing package. Okay, so this is not a normal lift gate, so it has the ability to lift this up like so. It has speakers on the underside, which is pretty cool. It has multiple seals there because that comes down, and this is kind of like a little tailgate. So when you pull this, it has a soft landing, so you can sit on that or whatever, and it helps, you know, loading the vehicle somewhat. Sometimes it kind of gets in the way though. And you have these little storage compartments here. This one has like a little tool set in that box. So there's a shade in place. Of course, you can move that out of the way. You can also take that completely out if you need to. Plenty of room. So you notice there's no third row back here in this particular vehicle. And you have a AC adapter, 100 watt, like you'd find in your house. So it looks like it's a 3-prong. There's a little cup holder there, a little storage cubby. Same thing on that side. You have a subwoofer here on the right side. There's handles, lights, and all that there. Now under this mat, there's nothing really here. Now there is a tie down under here. You can tie some stuff down, but this is a solid floor. There's no compartment to lift up. Here on the right side is this is where you'll find your jack. So you can find your jack in there. It also has this little storage compartment here, so you can put some valuables in it, keep them out of sight as well. Thought that was pretty neat. So folding these seats down, you can have, so it's a 60-40 split, so there's a split there. So you can fold down this seat connecting to the center portion, or you can fold down the other one. And basically what it does is it flips up. So you can add to your cargo space while still maintaining passenger space when you need to. Or you can flip them both up and have a massive space back here. So you just lift up this tailgate, push this button to lower the top portion. The fuel door is here on the passenger side, and it's locking. Has a traditional cap, tether, and a place to hang your cap here on the inside of the door. To start it up, as long as you have the key inside the vehicle, it can be in your bag, in your pocket, in a cup holder. As long as it's inside the vehicle, put your foot on the brake, hold it, and push this button. Here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat, and you can notice it snaps in place as well. There's your accelerator and brake pedal. Plenty of leg room here, and also a footrest here on the left side. So let's take a look under the hood. We already saw the fuel door release there, but this is the hood release. To raise the hood, there's a latch right in here. So you can see the emblem to the right of the emblem, right in this area. Just reach in, move it up, and it's actually attached to the hood here. So you can see what it does. Releases the hood. It goes up by itself, so that's nice. Insulation on the underside of the hood. Has seals across the edge here in the front, the sides, and the back. Insulated firewall. Has some heat shielding back there as well. This all helps with the noise isolation, but also airflow and heat containment with the insulation. And check out that nice silver plastic cover hiding the engine. It's pretty neat. It's a little bit better than some of the black ones, I guess. Which at least it tries to make it look like metal. Now it has a standard fan clutch, mechanical fan clutch that runs off of the engine power instead of electric fan. And then your battery is up here, easy to get to. So let's take this cover off. It has a soft foam type material on the underside, so it's got a little bit of weight to it. And there's your engine. This vehicle is powered by a 5.7 liter V8 dual overhead cam, pumping out 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now it's a full-time four-wheel drive system with active track, a locking limited slip center differential, KDSS, kinetic dynamic suspension system, multi-terrain select, hill start assist control, crawl control, and off-road turn assist. So it's a very off-road capable vehicle, as probably everybody already knows. The blind spot detection system has the indicators here on the side mirrors. So it'll let you know when somebody's in your blind spot, or the rear cross traffic alert system is the same system basically. When you're backing out of a parking space, it'll let you know if there's a car coming, that kind of thing. Now the inside of the driver's side door is just like the passenger, except for it has a few more buttons. You have 3 presets for your power seat. It also has a power steering column. I'll show you that in a minute. That also has an exit mode and a different presets there. So all your power windows are automatic. So it's one touch down, one touch up. Nice and smooth. There's your door lock controls. Now the driver's seat typically one-ups the passengers as far as features, and this is no exception. It's a power seat. It has the ability to raise, lower, tilt, and all that stuff, just like a dentist chair. But it adds, this one in particular, adds a 2-way lumbar adjustment. And don't forget, these are heated and ventilated seats with an automatic feature. So you just turn it on automatic, so when it's hot, it'll turn on the ventilation. When it's cold, it'll turn on the heat. I think that's pretty neat. Also, it'll raise and lower the feature when it's appropriate. So right in here, there's a little card. You can put like a driver's license or whatever, debit card or whatever in here. So there's a little card slot. This is where you adjust your side mirrors. You just pick a side and adjust it with this little pad. You can fold in your side mirrors right here, or you can put on automatic in the center position. The headlight washer, you can push that button and washes the headlights. Parking sensors, you can turn on or off. You have automatic high beams here. And then the steering column is powered, so you can go up and down, in and out, telescoping and tilt steering column, all automatic. And I like the way you can safely adjust it even when you're driving. So it's just micro adjustments there when you need it. And it's also has that, it'll set with your seat basically. Sitting in the driver's seat, checking it out. And I have the see all the way back and all the way down, and I'm 6 feet tall, just to give you an idea. And even so, it feels like I'm sitting in a chair. I have a really high position, and I have plenty of leg room here. Actually, I'd pull it up slightly, but the knee room, the leg room, is all that's good. As you can see, your accelerator pedal is here, and there's plenty of room there to the right of it with my leg space, so that's really good. Leather wrap steering wheel with the wood grain at the top and a little strip here at the bottom. It's a nice little touch. Feels really nice. It's also a heated steering wheel as well. And the wood grain is not slippery. It doesn't feel slippery or anything. It feels like you can get a good grip on it. Now the cruise control is hidden back here, so you turn it on with this button, set, resume, and cancel. But in addition to the normal cruise control settings, it also has the adaptive cruise control, in which you can set the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you using the radar system here, and it'll give you a visual indicator of how far you are away from the vehicle in front of you. And then this is your lane keep assist. So this will keep an eye on the road using the camera safety system and help you from, basically changing lanes when you're not intending to anyway. Okay, so you have some buttons here, and here on the left side is your volume for your radio. You can change through your tracks, and then mode is your audio source. Bluetooth controls, you have voice recognition, answer, and hang up. Once you have your phone paired, you can use your phone while you're driving and keeping your hands on the wheel, which is nice. And here on the right side, this corresponds with the screen between the gauges. We'll get to that in just a minute. Windshield wiper controls are here on the right side. Turn signals on the left. In addition to that, you have your headlight controls. So you have daytime running light off, so you can have all vehicle dark basically. And then automatic, parking light, and then your headlights. Fog lights are controlled here. Your dimmer switch for your interior gauges and your odometer trip buttons are here. And here's your gauges. So the whole theme here is black background, white lettering, easy to focus on, easy to see while you're driving, and simple. Even though there's a lot of information here. So you have your oil pressure, engine coolant temperature. On the right side is your voltage and your fuel gauge. RPMs. Somebody mentioned that RPM is already plural, so I'll say RPM. So there's your RPM gauge, tachometer, whatever you want to call it. Here on the right side is your speedometer. And then you have this little digital screen here, which gives you more information. So basically, we can use these buttons here to navigate through. So going to the right and left, you can see little icons there at the top. So the icons will let you know what the topic is in the particular information. So right there's your cruise control, messages, settings, and you can scroll down and go into more. Scrolling to the right again, so you can see that's information. You can scroll down and get more information as far as fuel economy. You also have a digital speedometer, which would be my default. This is kind of neat. So as you're driving, if the vehicle detects the way you're driving as you being sleepy, then it'll give you a little warning there, sway control, sway warning, basically, that kind of thing, or maybe a timer as well. And this is the off-road, so this gives you your angle of attack with your front wheels and where they're positioned in relationship to the vehicle, so it's pretty neat. This would be your tire pressure. You will have to be driving the vehicle to get this. How many miles you need before you have to get your oil change. This is pretty high, like 10,000 mile oil changes. I would change it less than that, but that's what this is showing. And it goes back to the original there. Scrolling to the right, this would be your digital compass. Whatever your radio is doing will show up here. And then the other icons we saw before. So I'll put it on my, what I would consider a default would be this digital speedometer. Okay, so this button here is for your camera system. I'll show you that in just a second. I want to show you these down here. Forward collision warning, you can turn that off if you need to. The power door, you can turn that off, or you can have it on. So there's a little orange bar there letting you know that it is on, it is active. And there's a button to actually lift it up, and you can do that from sitting behind the driver's seat. So let's go ahead and push this. This is getting a little bit of a head because this is part of the touchscreen. So when we push this button, this is fantastic. So it has cameras all the way around the vehicle. So here in the front, and you notice this is shaded out because they don't want you to use the front camera to like drive the vehicle. You need to look out the window, but this is, you know, so you can see the terrain in front of you. It's very wide and distorted, so you can see from the bumper to the sky all the way around here in the front, so you can keep an eye on rocks or debris or whatever the case may be. And then you have a top-down view, so basically all the cameras stitched together, the view there on the system. When we put it in reverse, we have the top-down view, but now we have the backup camera view. We can change the different views there. We can also turn the guidelines, change those or turn them off. These are the ones that are active, so you can actually see estimated trajectory, and you can see even where the front tire is going to go as well. So it's a really cool and helpful camera system, and the screen is big enough, the clarity and everything is good, it's very useful. Alright, so that's what I was going to go to next. Now you notice the position of the screen is nice and high up without being disconnected. It doesn't look like a tablet sitting on the dash. It looks like it's integrated well. A lot of black plastic, shiny gloss black plastic around it though. It does have the physical buttons here across the bottom to kind of help you navigate the system. This is the home screen, so this home button takes you to this. You have this is the split between different things: audio, compass, and then your fuel economy. This, you can change that if you want. Let's say you want navigation in one of these, you can do that. Speaking of navigation, let's go ahead and push the navigation button. And you can see the map, and you can pinch zoom. You cannot pinch zoom. So let's go zoom out this way. So you can get your bearings or whatever. You can zoom in like so. Alright, so let's go to the info apps here. So it has the Entune App Suite. You can basically set it up on your phone with the Entune app and, you know, add more stuff here, but it has fuel consumption, weather app, and traffic, stuff like that. Audio, let's change the source. It has AM, FM, satellite radio, CD, which is CD players down here, USB, iPod, Bluetooth, auxiliary, and AV. So there's an AV input that you can plug in. Let's say you had some kind of device that plugs into that. You can play it here, and you can actually go to full screen. But let's go to satellite radio so you can see what that screen looks like. Alright, so you have your presets here on the left side, whatever's playing on the screen there. You can adjust the sound. Alright, and then you go to your setup. This will take you to all these different icons here. Alright, so all these different things you can go into. So that's kind of a quick rundown of the screen. It's pretty good size, it has good clarity, and you know, having the navigation with the physical buttons helps out. I think, in my mind, it does. So now that we have the radio on, you can see it popping up here on the home screen. Alright, so the climate control is down here, so you can see the temperatures I have set. Shows the outside temperature, digital clock. There's the CD player that we saw before. And there's the temperature for your driver, passenger. Also, you can control the rear from up here as well. You can recirculate the air. And when you push this climate control, it pops up here on the screen, so you can have a visual reference and change different things that you want. There's a physical volume tuned through the station's button knobs here. They're backlit, looking pretty cool. There's your eject for your CD player. And there's a little input here for your map. So it uses a micro SD. This is for the navigation system. This opens up, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's a 12-volt power supply. And there's a place to put a phone in here. So, and it has a wireless charger. That's what this little backlight button right here is. So when you put your phone in there, it will wirelessly charge your phone. Let me go ahead and turn on night vision so maybe we can see in there a little bit better. You can see what I'm talking about. So that's a little wireless charger in there and a place to put your phone or whatever you want. You don't have to put your phone in there, but that's what it has, that capability to wirelessly charge your phone. Alright, so remember I was talking about the heated and ventilated seats? Well, there's the automatic portion. You have heated steering wheel, heated seats, and then the automatic heated and ventilated. So you have 3-stage, high, medium, and low. Has it for the passenger as well, and then there's your USB and auxiliary inputs. So here's the shifter, and reverse, neutral, drive, and then you can limit your high gear by putting it here, and you can bump it and you'll know what gear you're in because it'll show here on the screen. So this is your 4-wheel drive low and 4-wheel drive high positions there. So if you're in a more demanding 4-wheel drive system, you can go ahead and put it in the 4-wheel drive low. Yeah, the crawl control and the hill assist features right in here. I'm sorry I can't demonstrate those in the off-road. So this right here is the electronic transmission. And basically, if you want the vehicle to emphasize power over fuel economy, you can go ahead and turn that on. And then if you need to spin tires, you can turn off the traction control. And then this is to lock the center differential. These are all these are for, you know, serious off-road conditions. So there's a handbrake, parking brake here. This opens up and you have your cup holders. These little dividers that are adjustable, and they're also removable. You can also have different places here, so you can slide them to the right or to the left, depending on your needs. Or maybe you got a different size cup, or you can just take it out and use this space for other things besides just cups. This is your armrest. Fairly soft, but it bottoms out quite fast. I mean, it's not super duper soft. There's some stitching on the sides. It is big enough to share with your passenger, I would say. This lifts up and it doesn't fall. It's kind of spring loaded so it doesn't fall down on you. And then it kind of holds itself up like so. There's a little storage compartment here, kind of flat. Put smaller items there. And then you can lift this up, and this won't slam down on you so much. And you can go straight there. So there's a button here and then the second one you can lift up, you know, so either way. So you can go pull them both up at the same time. You don't have to do it in layers. And then there's a storage compartment here, and this is like a tray that's removable. Then you have this large compartment down there. Rear view mirror is an auto dim rear view mirror, and it's actually auto dimming right now because I have the shade over the light sensors. The side mirrors are also auto dimming, both the driver and passenger. Has a light sensor right back here. Home link garage door opener controls are on the underside of it. You can turn the auto dim feature off if you want to using that button. Place to put your sunglasses in here, or glasses or whatever. You have spotlights, door lights. You just turn it on, all the lights if you want. This soft, big, like moon floodlight, I guess you can say. You have them turn on with the door by having that turned on. These are for your sunroof. We'll get to that in a minute. And your safety connect button is here, so you can get some roadside assistance. So the visor is pretty neat because it actually has two visors. You have mirror and lights. Pretty good size. It slides. Little place to put some stuff there. Then you have a second one here. So that's pretty neat. So you not only can shift it, your coverage with the slider, but you can also add to it with your second one. So that's pretty awesome. Having a second visor. Especially in the wintertime when the sun is low in the sky. It seems like it's always right in your eyes. Okay, so let's look in the visibility. There on the back, lots of glass, lots of windows, so it looks pretty good to me. Of course, it all depends on how many passengers you have getting in your way. And there is the sunroof. Now the sunroof has the ability to block 100% of the light, which I like with that shade. You can open it up, you can tilt it, and then you can open it this way. Push it a little bit more, it goes a little bit further back. Alright, so there you have it. Lots and lots of features on this vehicle. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Sparks Toyota for allowing me access to this awesome vehicle and sharing it off with all you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.